This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. During the next hour, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to take a look at a number of issues that really affect each and every one of us. During the latter part of our show, we're going to talk about martial arts and how martial arts, spirituality, can actually improve your health. Wow. During this part of our show, this first part of our show, we're going to spend some time with Kimberly Meredith. She is a medical intuitive and many, many other things, and we'll find out more about that as we introduce her. Daryl, I just wanted to say hi to you, and thanks for everything you do here for Late Night Health.
My pleasure. Greetings and salutations.
And feel free to jump in, as you always do, when you are moved to do so.
Indeed.
All right, we go to the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles, and we're going to spend some time with Kimberly Meredith. Kimberly, as I said, is a medical intuitive, trance channeler, surgical hands-on healer, and spiritual teacher. And she has gifts, she says, from the Holy Spirit. A few months ago, I had lunch with Kimberly, and it was, she's an amazing woman. She is beautiful inside and out. Kimberly, nice talking to you again. It's been too long.
Hi, how are you, Mark?
I am fine. Actually, I have a friend who has suffered from, I believe, neck and shoulder issues, and she went to see Kimberly and told me that the pain has been reduced dramatically with one session with Kimberly. How does it work, Kimberly? Do you know?
I work from the divine energy, and I'm guided by my mediumship to do the work through my eyes and my hands.
And
I had a near-death experience just 4 years ago, and after the near-death experience, I had an awakening, and since then I've been doing the work through the divine, omnipresent,
and you have a maternal. I'm looking here. Maternal history. Your great grandmother was also a healer.
Yes, she was. She was born in Italy, and she she was a shaman, and she did work in Italy, and she would do healing on people of blood poisoning and all kinds of different things with herbs. And she actually was run out of Italy, and they moved to Jamestown, New York, and she raised a family, big Italian family in Jamestown, New York, up the street from Lucille Ball.
I was going to say Lucille Ball was from Jamestown, New York. When did your gifts make it known to you? How old were you about?
I was around 6 years old when I knew I had some healing abilities with my eyes and my hands.
Oh my! Did your family think you're strange and weird and ask you to suppress it, or did they encourage that?
Well, I had it was a mixed bag. My paternal grandmother liked it, and she encouraged it, and my mother didn't really care for it.
That's hard. That must have been difficult.
Yeah, I think that when you're young and you have things that are different about you, you don't really understand what's going on. And I think there's a lot of children now, when we're living in a third-dimensional world right now, and there's a lot of starseeds and crystals and children that are born with these exceptional superpowers, they don't really know how to fit in, and that's where I really help people right now. And I think the awakening and ascension is happening, so it's more accepted right now in the world. where it was when I was young.
You're still young.
Not.
You're still young. I know what you look like. As people, and you have a great laugh. I didn't know that part. As in the 21st century, do you think, you just said people are more accepting of this kind of healing than they were, say, 30 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think, with sort of like my work, it's like a reenactment of what went on in the days of Jesus. Sometimes people will call me like a modern day Mother Mary, a modern day Mary, because I like to pray all kinds of different prayers and chant on people. I love the Sanskrit prayers, and it's like a reenactment of what happened, because the world is kind of in a state of a redemption right now of what's going on. We're in a really bad turmoil, and so when people see people being healed through miracles, it's very glorious to witness that.
The fact is that you've been tested, scientifically tested. Tell us about that.
Well, after my near-death experience, and once I started having the healing abilities reoccur back in my body, and I became a trance channeler, and I, started to have the abilities to do healings, and it, in short, I started healing people, which didn't happen overnight. It was over a 2.5-year period of me recovering after a severe car accident. I had hundreds of people come to me, and they were being healed by me laying hands on them, and my eyes blink when things are good in their bodies. The left eye will blink, things are cool. The right eye says, you've got cancer, you've got intestinal issues, or you've got, this, and that. The word started spreading throughout California, and then I started traveling to New York and Alaska and Canada, and doing things in private office, and then doing things in front of massive crowds and events. It started to spread, and so some of the organizations like SciTech and a very well-known neurologist, surgeon who discovered a very famous medical intuitive named Carolyn Neese, wanted to bring me to his facility for double-blind testing of over 31 people, and then also a very big institute called the Noetic Science Institute brought me out to their institute in Petaluma, and I stayed there and did some big testing on many people there.
And out of those people, how many people did you heal, percentage-wise?
I don't know healing-wise, but I don't know healing-wise. I say that these are double-blind studies.
Right.
Healing, I could say 95% is my rate. And as far as what a double-blind study is that I scan people, meaning I go throughout the top of their head all the way down to their feet, and I know every single thing that has happened to them from when they're born till the state of their coming in, and then they put them through a machine, which is an ultrasound or a thermography, and then I'll write down or speak out loud what's going on with them, and then they'll go to the machine and they'll scan them. Then they'll see what's wrong with them, and then they'll come back out again. Then I will lay hands, and then they'll put them back in the machine and see the difference of what's happened to them from before and after.
Amazing. This is Late Night Health, and we present different things for you to make decisions on, you, the listener. If you choose to go allopathic or alternative or even, I guess, spiritual, you have that right. That's why we do this show, to bring you different techniques, different ideas about healing and health here on Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. By the way, Kimberly Meredith will be at the Best You Expo at the end of March, March 21st in Los Angeles at the Convention Center. And you'll be able to find out more about that by going to their website. I'm Mark Alyn. Join us at our website, latenighthealth.com.
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Words are a critical aspect of success. How you get your point across is a crucial part of what makes anything sell. So do it right and hire a writer. Whether it's articles, blog posts, technical writings, website content, product descriptions, or ghostwriting anything from a novel to a nonfiction book about your navel, contact Servet Hassan. If you want it to sell, write it right. Email Servet at servet@servethassan.com.
Recently, I met Jacqueline from Bright here in Los Angeles. She gave me a hearing exam and then showed me how to hear again with the new Signia Pure Series hearing aids, and she can give you your life back too. I hear birds chirping, birds cooing, and even my wife. They easily connect to my smartphone. The Signia hearing aids are amazing, and with the charge and go, I don't have to fiddle with batteries and hear all day long. Not hearing is frustrating for you and your family. I know you don't have a problem, but trust me, call Bright Here now for a free hearing exam, a $125 value, yours free, just for making an appointment now. There are offices throughout the Los Angeles area. Call Bright Here now at 323-424-7100. That's 323-424-7100 for a free hearing exam. There's no obligation. Call now, 323-424-7100, or visit them on the web at brighthere.com. Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Our guest is Kimberly Meredith. She is a medical intuitive. She's going to be presenting, by the way, at the Best You Expo on March 21st. She'll be talking about healing you in the God dimension. When we had lunch, I asked you this question, and do you believe in a higher force, something bigger than we are? And to be healed by you, do I have to believe as well?
Yes. Are you asking me now?
I'm asking you now.
Okay. I believe that most people do believe in a higher spirituality source. People want to be in this beautiful dimensional frequency of God consciousness, whether they believe it's a God, frequency, dimension. I think that people overall want to be in this Harry Potter, this dimensional energy. And when they get into that dimension, they love the feeling. And when you're in that dimension, the miracles happen. So healing you in the God dimension, which I'm going to be doing at the Best You Expo, is learning about how to heal yourself, how to live organically, how to boost your immune system, how to avoid toxic exposure, how to get this information, because so many people are getting cancer, so many people are getting immune suppressed conditions, how to have abundance and passion, but how to live in your truth. So connecting yourself to that is connecting yourself to a beautiful spirituality, is connecting yourself to abundance, but also understanding that there is a Holy Spirit. There is a God frequency. I wouldn't be talking to you right now on the phone. I would sit by a car. I had a near-death experience. I went to the other side. I came back because the Holy Spirit wanted me here to live. I was in a wheelchair for 2 years. I learned to walk because the Holy Spirit wanted me to. If you believe in spirit, if you believe in a spirituality, it's whatever you want to believe. I don't have a specific religion, but I believe in the love of spirit, the love of God. That's how I get up every morning.
So that you can
live off that empowerment.
So you can be Jewish, Muslim, Christian, whatever it is.
Yes, I'm half Jewish, and I just believe that if you have that power and that spirit that you invoke in your body, that intimacy, it's like being a basketball player. When you get that touchdown, that energy, that is the empowerment of spirit, the chills that go through your body. So I have many people that come to me and say, I have 4-stage cancer. They're telling me I'm going to die in like a week. But once they invoke the spirit through their body, they can live for 2 years, even with bad results. So these are the people that come to me, but even people that are not that sick come to me, and they are shifted and they're healed because they go in that Harry Potter energy, and they're healed.
Is it true that you have an Italian background as well as the Jewish, that you had matzo balls with marinara sauce?
You're so funny. Yes, I was shoved pasta down my throat and matzo balls.
Yes, okay. Just checking.
And gefilte fish.
Right, and gefilte fish, right. Oh, not with marinara sauce, please. Anyway.
Yes.
The fact is that can anybody be a healer? Do we all have that power?
I think there's an aspect to that's a wonderful question. I think there's an aspect to all of us that are healing, are wanting to be. I think some of us are moving. We're bouncing. Okay, we're bouncers, and I think that some of us are in a third-dimensional energy, which is the fear and the worry and the state of constant pressure and stress, and some of us are wanting to be more in this fifth. I work in these dimensional frequencies like Einstein would speak about. So when you say about, do all of us want to be, the healer or be in this, some of us in the spiritual world are really open to this a lot. And some people that are, sitting at home eating popcorn and watching different programs and stuff in the TV are more not into that. So I have to say, they may not even know that they're in that energy field, but just by going down the street and smiling and helping out a lady across the street, that is healing, that is loving, that is kind. So, and I think all of us are here to serve more. All of us are here to help each other out. And as we serve and as we give out a helping hand, we are of service of the energy of God, and we're helping our world move into a higher frequency.
What has been the most unusual healing that you've done? You mentioned stage 4 cancer. Somebody came to you and said, they've given me a week, 2 weeks to live, and yet they've lived for 2 years or 3 years or more. Do you have any specifics like that you can share?
I do. Every day is a very special day for me when I go into my office because I always have spectacular and miraculous healing days from animals to people. They come in with, cancer and lumps and tumors that just melt off my hands by calling in the spirit, by people coming in with beautiful eyes that want their lumps and tumors dissolved. And then sometimes, what mostly happens is they come in, they fill out a form. I don't look at what they have. I glide my hands across them. I know where their tumors and nodes are. And when we call in the spirit, we ask for them to leave. And when I lay my hands down on most of these lumps, they vanish. And that is the blessing of Jesus and the Holy Spirit and God. And so this is just miraculous. Some of my 9/11 people that come in from New York, they have up to 16 tumors and lymphoma. And then what I love is for people to go back to their doctors and get the scans back, the PET scans and stuff, and come into my office and with their rushing in going, Kimberly, they're gone.
Wow.
Thank God. So this is amazing. Or even like yesterday when I had two people from the expo come in and the mom is speaking Spanish, they're interpreting for me, and her lymph node is completely dissolved off of her neck. And she's been fighting thyroid cancer.
Oh, my.
So this is just amazing stuff that goes on. Or even like the cat that has lymphoma they were going to put down a week ago is getting the blood results they email me are completely shifted, and the cat's been living now 6 months longer.
Wow.
So
Do you believe
things can just shift like that?
Do you believe in traditional allopathic health as well, medical care, surgery, for example?
Absolutely. I work with a lot of Western medicine. I work with oncologists. I believe in chemo. I believe in radiation. I believe in I put people on amazing nutritional programs. I love vitamins. I'm not that hot on strong herbs. I'm very careful with herbal care. I have a lot of reasons for that.
That's interesting.
Coming out next year.
Right.
I have a lot of different views on certain supplements and things, but I don't have I'm very different with my views because I work very organically with spirits that blink through my eyes. And, yeah.
Well, I look forward to having you cure me of radioitis. It's, after 35, 40 years.
Yeah, he's hooked.
I'm hooked. It's an addiction. Yeah. And
I think it's a good addiction. I think there's certain things out there that are really lovely to be addicted to, like serving, spreading good words about good things and consciousness and listening to the music. Music is very healing. All day long, I listen to prayers and chants and where I heal people and scan them and get down to the nitty-gritty. I'm a real good private investigator.
Well, I look forward to seeing you again, and we'll have you back on the show. We'd love to have you back soon. We'll talk more about this because it's fascinating. If you want to learn more about Kimberly Meredith, where do you go? What's the website for Kimberly?
I'm at The Healing Trilogy, thehealingtrilogy.com.
thehealingtrilogy.com. Yeah. And you can find out more.
To be at the Best You.
And of course, the Best You is coming up as well, and that's the bestyouexpo.com. I'm Mark Alyn, along with the insane Daryl Wayne. Don't go away, more coming up, and you can visit us at facebook.com/late night health radio. That's facebook.com/late night health radio. Don't go away, more coming up. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
You're listening to Late Night Health with Mark Alyn. The show continues in a moment.
The latest from the greatest, the best in new music by classic rockers, with your host, the insane Daryl Wayne.
This is Alice Cooper, and if Daryl Wayne is insane, what does that make me? Criminally insane. Stick around to find out.
Many of the artist interviews for the latest from the greatest have been captured on audio book. There is a Volume 1 and Volume 2. Great information and conversations with people in the industry and people surrounded by the industry, and of course the rock stars themselves.
I'm the Reverend Al Green, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne. And I said Wayne Insane.
You can find it on Amazon or Blackstone Audio. Search for the latest from the greatest from Daryl Wayne, DARRELL WAYNE.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're listening to the insane Daryl Wayne, aren't you?
There's a lot of talk all over the internet about the remarkable benefits of Carbon-60, and baby boomers are especially excited about it. Greska's Carbon-60 is the premium Carbon-60, developed by an aerospace and NASA scientist. 95% of Greska's customers report positive results from this Nobel Prize-winning technology in just 4 days. Imagine more energy, better health, and more vitality. It's very bioavailable to quickly mend toxin-crippled cells. This is a super powerful antioxidant. Bob Greska is so confident that you'll love his Carbon-60, he wants to send send you a bottle at 50% off the regular price to see how life-changing this will be for you. Call 720-600-6040. That's 720-600-6040. Visit C-60.com to learn more. Call 720-600-6040 now or visit C-60.com.